Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my Week 17 Saturday Night Football matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals. Now, without a further ado, let's get started. Now, kicking it off with the injury report, there's actually only one name on that report, and that is offensive lineman Rob Havenstein, who has a shoulder injury and is questionable for the game. In my opinion, he's not playing. But in my opinion, this is going to really hurt the LA Rams offensive line as he's one of their top tackles. But I still think their offense is still going to run smoothly, at least not as smoothly as normal. I think that they're going to be pressured a little bit more than usual, but it's still going to be a good offensive line for Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams. So yeah, nothing much more to say about it. Just like realistically, the Los Angeles Rams have the advantage, and their injuries don't really mess with that. Now, moving on to the offense of the Los Angeles Rams, we got quarterback Matthew Stafford, running back Kyron Williams, wide receiver Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, and DeMarcus Robinson. Tight end, we got Tyler Higbee, left tackle Aldrich Jackson, left guard Steve Avila, center Bew Limmer, right guard Kevin Dotson, and right tackle Rob Havenstein. But if Havenstein cannot go, then Joe Noteboom will take over. Now, honestly, like I've said, it's going to be a huge hit to the offensive line, but it's still not going to be enough for the... there is going to be at least a lot more pressure on the right side of the field, but the blind side of Matthew Stafford is on the left. So he'll be seeing those guys coming real quick. So it really doesn't give an issue to the LA Rams at the least, because Stafford can really just try and get out of the way, or try and make a move, or throw a ding and dunk pass, something like that, if he feels pressure coming from the right side. So honestly, you got Puka Nacua, you got Cooper Kupp, you got Kyron Williams. These guys are your main targets, and we're going to be seeing them all just explode against the Arizona Cardinals. This is a must-win game for the LA Rams. Obviously, Arizona's been eliminated. So, the LA Rams, offensively, they're going for it all. Now, moving on to the defense of the Los Angeles Rams, starting with defensive end Braden Fisk and Kobe Turner. Nose tackle will be Bobby Brown III. Weak side linebacker Byron Young. Inside linebackers Christian Roseboom and Omar Spites. Then we got strong side linebacker Jared Verse, Darius Williams and Kobe Durant at corner, Quentin Lake at free safety, and Cameron Curl at strong safety. Now, when it comes down to it, honestly, this defense is going to be pretty good. Like, pass rush with Young and Verse, honestly, it's incredible. Pretty good defensive linemen as well. They're going to be pressuring Kyler Murray, but Kyler is a running quarterback, so he can get out of the way. He can make you miss. So there's going to be an issue there for the pass rush. But then you get the linebackers, Boom and Spites, there in the close ranges, like the slants, the ins, the outs, all that. They've got it. Then you got the corners and the safeties. If it's going cover two, you've got two good safeties back there. And then you got two better corners covering most likely the flat route or the hook zones. In the end, it all really comes down to how good can the defense play against guys like, for example, Marvin Harrison Jr. or anyone else on that offense of the Cardinals, especially like running back James Conner. He's pretty good as well. And honestly, I think they'll do pretty well against them, especially due to injuries of the Cardinals. So, honestly, I think that the Rams will do just fine. Now, moving on to the injury report of the Arizona Cardinals, we got Joey Blunt out with rib injuries, along with kicker Matt Prater, who's out with a knee injury. Then we move on to running back Trey Benson with an ankle injury, offensive lineman Evan Brown with a neck injury, linebacker Baron Browning with a neck injury, and James Conner with a knee injury, all questionable for the game. Then moving on to punter Michael Paradley. I don't know if that's how you say it. Paradley? I don't know. He has an illness. And then we get defensive lineman Darius Robinson with a calf injury and linebacker Mac Wilson with a concussion. Now, the last three will be playing in this game. Honestly, I think all the questionable players as well. There's no player, I think, on the Arizona Cardinals injury report other than the two who are already out. I think the rest are playing. No doubt in my mind. And that's pretty good. They keep James Conner in the game. They keep Trey Benson in the game just in case. Evan Brown will stay in the game. And Baron Browning as well. They'll need that guy on the pass rush as well. So realistically, the Cardinals really have an issue is on strong safety, obviously. The defense. So I'm honestly going to say this. Even with injuries or not, I don't think the Arizona Cardinals really have that much of a chance against the Los Angeles Rams. I just think that they're more well-rounded. And since they've been eliminated, I don't really think they'll be playing as hard as they would be if they were still fighting for a playoff spot. Now, moving on to the offense of the Arizona Cardinals, we got Kyler Murray at quarterback, running back James Conner, but if he cannot go, Trey Benson will go. But if Benson cannot go, then Michael Carter will enter in his stead. Then we move on to wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr., Michael Wilson, and Greg Dortch. At tight end, we got Trey McBride, left tackle Kelvin Beachum, left guard Evan Brown, but if he cannot go, Isaiah Adams will take over. Center, Halte Holdhold. I don't know if that's how you say it. I'm sorry, I'm butchering all these names. And then we get right guard Tristan Colon, and we get Jackson Barton at right tackle. Now, when it comes down to it, this offensive line is going to be tricky, but not too tricky for the defensive line and pass rush of the Los Angeles Rams. And honestly, I'm going to say this. The Arizona Cardinals really need to worry because, they are not as good as the Rams, and they're not fighting for a playoff spot, obviously. So the best thing to do is, obviously, get a better draft pick, which would mean losing, but that wouldn't be any higher. So most likely they're going to try and win. They're most likely going to try and get that win so they can have that win over them. But in my opinion, that would be a fruitless, really, option for the Arizona Cardinals. Honestly, if I was on the field, I would also want to win a game regardless of whether we get a high draft pick or not. But thinking logically, they'll need to rebuild this team whether they keep Kyler Murray or not. So in my opinion, I think that the Arizona Cardinals, even though they got good options like James Conner, Michael Wilson, Greg Dortch, and Marvin Harrison Jr., it's still not going to be enough to take down the Rams defense. Now, moving on to the defense of the Arizona Cardinals, we got defensive end Zaven Collins and LJ Collier. Defensive tackles Naquan Jones and Roy Lopez. Weak side linebacker Mac Wilson Sr. Inside linebacker Kizir White. Strong side linebacker Baron Browning, but if Browning cannot go, Xavier Thomas will take over. Then we get cornerbacks Sean Murphy Bunting and Starling Thompson the fifth. Then we get nickelback Garrett Williams, free safety Buda Baker, and Jalen Thompson at strong safety. Now, when it comes down to it, honestly, I'm gonna be fair. They're gonna do some damage, obviously, since obviously there's one offensive lineman that's a bit injured on the LA Rams offensive line. But still, they got some good guys. LJ, Zaven, Mac, Browning off the edge, pretty good. But is it gonna be enough? They need to stop Cooper Kupp. They need to stop Puka Nacua. They need to stop these guys. Will they be able to do that with Bunting and Thomas? I know Buda Baker, he is incredible and will always do incredible things for the Cardinals. But will he do that for the Cardinals today? I think that might be a no. So realistically, I'm going to say that the Arizona Cardinals defense will do a decent job, but not too decent, because in the end, I think that they'll outscore the Arizona Cardinals overall, as the Los Angeles Rams will simply go over the Arizona Cardinals, not by too much, but by a certain amount of points. Now, in conclusion, I have this game going in favor of the LA Rams 18-13. Now, I think that's going to be this close, but two blocked extra points, by the Arizona Cardinals, and the Los Angeles Rams would have just 2 touchdowns each with 6 points. Then they score 2 field goals and obviously 18 points. Now, for the Cardinals, that's a whole other story. Instead, they'll get 2 field goals and a touchdown on the day. Honestly, it's going to be a very close game. We're going to be probably seeing a game-sealing interception or fumble recovered by the LA Rams to win the game. But to be honest, it'll be a hard-fought game between the Cardinals and Rams. And in my opinion, I hope my prediction is incorrect. Now that was it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Tweet me video ideas and also tell me down in the comments below, who do you think will win? The LA Rams or the Arizona Cardinals? Tell me down in the comments below. Now, like this video if you liked it, subscribe and hit the notification if you want more videos. And I'll see you guys next time.